Well, we are just about to get underway. Be Kennedy to start.
Just with an in.
Starter with an 8. Well, if there's any talk of any nerves, so that's a solid start.
She definitely knows when to lock in, I'll tell you that.
We've got issues with the clock, I think. March is being asked to step away from the line. Well, if there are any nerves, that's probably not going to help, is it?
No, I feel like they're both like having a little bit of nerves right now after the clock issue. I'd say the wind too definitely ain't helping a little bit of that.
Yeah. So what's the week been like for you then? The last few days, and I mean competition, but also, and it's not something I asked Caitlin previously, but what is life like for you guys in between competition? I imagine there's a huge amount of bonding and
so
it goes on.
We definitely have a lot of bonding moments. I know like our classes ended about 2.5 weeks ago, and we basically just been doing activities around school trying to keep us busy, like kickball, wiffle ball, everything. Just trying to build a closer team together, represent whenever we come here to a tournament every time.
Nice, fantastic. And I'd say you guys always travel in big numbers. You got Chris, the coach, who's a larger-than-life character as well, and I know gets you guys highly motivated, which is fantastic. A wonderful program that you guys have.
Yeah, we definitely got a good program, and Chris Trebek, he's a great coach. I mean, I couldn't really ask much more from him.
Is it going to be tough? Has it been tough the last few weeks, knowing that the door is closing on your collegiate life and collegiate archery?
Yeah, I mean, it really hasn't settled in yet. Like yesterday, we had a good team conversation with everybody, and we got a little upset here and there, some of us seniors, because it started dead setting in that it was getting close to the end. But for me, it's just I'm trying to hold off on all the emotions until the tournament's over, so that way we can put all of our heart and everything into it.
And the jerseys you get to keep, I mean, do these jerseys that you got, have you got 4 years worth of collection, different designs, and a few of those framed?
Yeah, we got a couple different designs. We don't typically keep our jerseys, but Trebek's got something planned for us to where he's going to give us an opportunity for it or something like that. He hasn't went too much in detail. He's kind of making it a surprise towards the end of the time.
A nice surprise we have.
Yeah. We hope it's a nice surprise. We're going to say that it is for right now.
Okay.
And now spirits for Carlie's too. It's killing them in the university.
Trying to rally the crowd here, Muskingum and University of the Cumberlands.
What?
Kennedy looking across to her teammates in the crowd, letting out a big smile, and that's got to help as well. As I was saying to Caitlin, is very much an individual sport, but on occasions like this, with the team behind you, how different is that? Because, as I say, there's much of this sport you're operating solo.
Yeah, I mean, having the team support that you want to have whenever you're shooting in this, I feel like really helps it, because it helps keep your mind off of what you're actually here for, but at the same time, it keeps your mind on it, because you're competing for yourself because you want to do good for yourself, but you're also wanting to represent your team.
Right. We are then the first of the Barebow gold medal matches. Kennedy taking a 2-0 lead. Makes the set system similar to recurve. Compound and fixed pins the cumulative score. Just in case you're wondering why it's a different score on the scoreboard down at the far end. So Carlie trailing after that first set. Will shoot first in end number 2.
I will tend to trip.
And has it always been barebow for you?
Yeah, it's always been barebow for me. Whenever I was coming into school, I was thinking a little bit about recurve, but I sat down with the coaches, Trebek and Kirby, and we had a little bit of talk about which would be better suited for me, which I shot NAS. So going from NAS to barebow felt like the best fit, and honestly, I don't have any regrets about it.
Fantastic. Yeah, and it's, as I say, a great crowd There's much said about the Barebow community, and they are a great bunch. And are you leaving the program in good health, and Barebow in good health? There's some quality coming through the program?
Yeah, I'm not really sure who we have coming in next year or anything else, but I have faith in Strebeck. He's always been good at recruiting and figuring out the best team players that we have, because Strebeck looks more into not just your talent, but also like your team bonding experiences, seeing if you're like a good fit, making sure that you can fit in well. And if you can't, then the rest of the team is there to help you get better suited in.
Well, that was in number 2.
The Barebow men should be true. Instead of the Barebow.
And coming up after this, we've got Barebow men. Right, just let you know who's coming up in that one. Texas A&M, Union Commonwealth University, Kyle Coffey, who's a familiar figure at this stage of competition. Trying to remember if he got gold last year. I think he may have done. I think he may be looking for a three-peat. Kyle, chatting to him yesterday, and Trapper from Texas A&M University.
He's up with 4 track points to 0.
So Kennedy leading 4-0. Some work to do then for Carlie Ellsworth, Muskingum University. I mean, how big a deal would this be?
I feel like it'd be a pretty emotional aspect of it.
And she's keeping it under wraps at the moment. A 9 to start for Carlie.
The captain was a step.
4-0 down, but still opportunity to get back into it with a strong third end. Possibly an 8.
I'll stand you with the 7.
7 for Kennedy. And where is Kennedy in her collegiate life?
She's actually going into being a senior this year. She was a senior as well with me, but she chose to stick it out and maybe do a little bit more classes, get a little bit further than I was. So she's going to be here for another year, and I think next year will be it for her.
So in other words, it's podium finish here. It's come a little later in other words,
Yeah, I'm not.
It's one of those where she's had to be patient and she's had to wait. And so, as you say, the emotion could be there. She's just trying to keep it all in check. It's looks like it's going to be 4-2.
Yeah, Kennedy, she's gonna try to just stay locked in right now. Just try to shoot her shot, make the best shots possible, deal through the wind a little bit.
No, 6. No, she's won it. She's taken it. She's done enough.
That's for the second boys work upstairs.
As I was saying, she was staying locked in right there, and now the emotions are kicking in for her.
That is wonderful. Kennedy Sumpter. The tears are flowing there, tears of joy. And it's struggling to control their emotions. And wonderful performance from Carlie Ellsworth as well. Fantastic. A silver medal for her, but Kennedy, wonderful performance. And the celebrations can begin. Well, as you said, it would be emotional. It really was. And the coach behind, who was that? Who was behind Kennedy?
That was Micah McDavid. She's from my hometown, and she's also a barebow shooter. So she's been there for Kennedy as long as I have, and us as a barebow team together, I feel like, there's just a strong connection there for everybody.